Mike's progression from the first day he stepped on campus here to now, because I think he's got, if he's on track now to get another 1,000 yards, and first time he'll be the first guy in 30 years to do that. So what would that mean to him, mean to you, and what's sort of his progression?
Well, you know, when Mike first got here, he actually got thrown into the fire kind of early.
Yeah.
You know, because Brandon got hurt, Sean got hurt, and the next thing you know, Mike was the number 3 guy.
Yep.
And then the first game, you know, Lack got a little ding, Kenny Miles got a little ding, and next thing you know, Mike Davis is in there. But he has definitely progressed a lot from that point to his sophomore year, and he's doing a good job of taking care of some little details that we talked about in the offseason. So he's definitely stepping in the right direction.
Has he been frustrated by all the little nagging injuries he's had to deal with the last couple of years?
Yeah, I can say he has. And you know, the good thing this year is we've had all the guys there, so it hasn't been you nicked, you got to keep going. You know, so we can pull them off, let them get a couple, and then get them back in. But yeah, he still has, you know, some little things that bother him here or there, but he's been fighting through it. He's been doing a pretty good job.
Finally happy to get to Brandon, be able to go through a season without any sort of major injuries and miss a lot of time like he's had the last couple of years.
Yeah, and you know, he's a little ding here or there as well. But you know,
that's life in the SEC, right?
And that's life in the SEC, and that's why it's good to have 3 or 4 deep.
Yeah.
Coach, Mike was talking about an ankle bugging him in the Kentucky game. Is that something that's been kind of intermittent with him this year, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's been there, and again, you know, of course, as a running back, you get people falling on you all the time, so it might get it dinged again during the game. But it's not something that's holding him back, but it's something that bothers him, so I might pull him out, let him rest for a couple, and then get him back in.
Is that something from this season that he's just been dealing with week to week, or I'm trying to remember when it happened?
Yes. And again, I don't know specifically, man. It's just he's just been bothering here or there.
Gotcha. I appreciate it, Coach.
No problem.
Did Sean Carson touchdown run earn him a few more carries?
Oh yeah, he did a great job. I mean, you know, the big thing with Sean is, you know, definitely one. I think his best deal was in space.
Do you feel like Will Sport has made strides the last few weeks?
Yeah, I think he has. And I think, you know, I think playing consistently with the same group is helping. You know, when you insert a new guy, it affects the entire offensive line, and then Will goes in and plays more consecutive. He plays consecutive games, and you know, when you do that, that always helps your confidence. I mean, the more you play, I think you tend to get better. I hope you do anyway.
AJ said Tuesday that, and I'm going to butcher the terminology and probably all of this, they feel more comfortable playing with slide protections. That they like that. In Kentucky, they felt like they got in a rhythm because they were doing more slide protection, which he said essentially is a zone block left or a zone block right. Am I close there? With accurate football?
To some degree. Okay. I mean, there's all protections have a variation of slide in it. You know?
Okay.
There's sometimes you man the front side and slide the back side. Sometimes you slide the entire protection. You know, I don't know about more comfortable because they do it a lot. So, you know, to each his own. It helps with back gaps, slants, twist games, things of that nature. So maybe they are.
Is it fair to say that's more of a run blocking scheme?
It's probably a play action, yes, sir.
Okay.
It's definitely helps in our play action. You know, it fits everything we do. So.
How much do y'all do that versus whatever the alternatives might be?
How often? You know, we'll utilize it kind of 4 or 5 times a ball game.
Sean and Steve talked yesterday about how Cody's ankle or knee just not responding, perhaps like you'd want it to.
Right.
His status right now are you worried about maybe not getting him back at all, or?
No, I'm not worried about that. I think it takes time. You know, people heal differently. We just got to be slow with it, make sure he's healthy when he comes back, and when he does come back, you know, we don't want to lose him again. So to rush him back and have him go out there and, you know, injure himself one more time is not what we want to do. So we'll put him in there when he's good and healthy. Yep.
I'm sorry if you've already mentioned this, but I thought I saw Mike Matulis walking out like he had practiced.
You saw him?
Did he practice today?
Just very minimal. Just, you know, spoon feeding it back to him. Hopefully he'll do a little bit more tomorrow, and you know, who knows, you may see him in the ballgame a little bit, but I mean, it is hard to tell, very, very hard to tell. He's been out so long, you just don't jump right back into it.
I know this has been kind of the time frame that y'all expected to see him back, but is there any thought about him redshirting? Does he want to play the rest of this year?
I think everybody wants to play. You know, for a guy to be around here 6 years is an awful long time. I think people either want to get on with their life, they want to, you know, make the most of situations, but I think he's eager to play. So I haven't had hardly any discussion at all about that right now.